How to embed a picture library into your school webpage. This is part 3. In part 1, we created a page for our picture library to reside. In part 2, we created a library list and we uploaded our photos. And now in part 3, we're going to learn how to embed a web part onto our page. So to do that, we're going to navigate to the page we created for our photo gallery to reside. So it's here under the Photo Gallery tab, and we titled it Test Gallery 2, so we'll make sure that we're on that page. And then we're going to edit that page by clicking Site Actions, selecting the Edit Page tab. So you'll see here our title is displayed, and we're going to click in Page Content. And up here in the ribbon, we're going to select our Insert tool. And from here, we're going to select the Web Part icon. It's going to bring us up a list of categories, and the one that we're looking for in this instance is the Media and Content folder. So if you just click on that, it's going to bring up some additional options here in the Web Part area, and we're looking for the Picture Library Slideshow Web Part. So if you click that, it will also display here to your right the title, and we're going to click the Add button. And all that's going to do is it's going to insert a web part into our page content area to which we can add our pictures. So if my mouse is not over it, we just see the title and it tells you to start editing by selecting a picture library to display. In order to do that is take your mouse and kind of mouse over, and a little arrow will display. If you click the down arrow, one of the options is to edit the web part. So when you click that, on the right hand side a menu comes up, and we're going to scroll up so we see the top. The first thing it asks you to do is to set how many seconds you wish to see between pictures. It defaults to 15, but you can set that to whatever you wish. I'm going to change mine to 10. And then here the picture library that is displayed is the first one in any sort of lists or libraries that you ever have created on your website. So right now it's pointing to a picture library called Look at Us. But that's not the picture library that we wanted to display in this case. We created a picture library called Test Gallery 2. So if we click on this down arrow, here we can see that the Test Gallery 2 is displayed as well. And each time you create a new list or library of photos, the title will appear in this drop-down menu. So we're going to click on Test Gallery 2. And I do want all my pictures to display. A random order is fine with me. The Display With field I'm going to change because I don't really need the titles to be showing below the images. So I'm going to click on my down arrow here and choose No Title or Description. So that way we'll only see the photos. Under Appearance here, this is something important that you're going to want to change as well. It defaults to just say Picture Library Slideshow Web Part. And you're going to want to highlight that, delete that, and just add a title that's relevant to the pictures that you're adding to your website. So I'm going to call mine Test Gallery 2. And then if you wish to adjust the height and the width of your slideshow, you can do that here as well. I'm just going to minimize this grouping here by clicking this little minus sign so that I can show you something else. If we open up the Layout tab, it gives you some options that I'm just going to leave as is for now. We'll close that up. And in the Advanced tab, it gives you some other options that you can change as well. I'm just going to leave them as is. So we'll click our plus sign. And then at the very bottom, we are going to click OK. So it's going to take those changes and it's going to display in your editing field what it's going to look like for you. And then in order to make it work, we actually have to publish the page before we can actually see the slideshow work exactly how it's going to be for the public. So we're going to click on Publish. And again to the left, click Continue. And then we're going to see what our gallery looks like. So there it is with our large title. Our web part here is titled as we changed it to be. It's going to change the display every 10 seconds, but users also have the option to go through it more quickly by pressing the forward or back buttons. So that's as simple as it is to embed a web part for a picture gallery into your school web page.